This video is sponsored by War Thunder.
Story mode. Story mode. The title of this video is only referring to the story mode. It is not referring to the gameplay, character design, references, talent tree, fatalities, secrets, the game itself, etc. They are all great. Please don't cancel me for this opinion. Yet, Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks is an action-adventure beat-em-up game developed by Midway. Before the release of Mortal Kombat Armageddon, Midway decided to make a spin-off non-canon game about Liu Kang and Kung Lao's journey in Outworld based off of MK2. This game is quite beloved in the fandom, and there are many videos talking about why this is an underrated masterpiece. But today, I wanted to focus on the story part of the campaign, because I don't think many people talk about the story when gushing about this game. So, is the lore of Shaolin Monks a hidden gem in the MK franchise? Or is it what the title of this video says? Let's bicycle kick right into Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. Oh, one more thing. The footage you're about to see might be different from what you're used to. I was playing this game with my brother on the PS2. However, this 20-year-old game somehow had widescreen 1080p 60 FPS. I totally have no idea how this happened. I guess my copy of the game was blessed by the elder gods.
I knew you were going to say that.
We start the game at the end of Mortal Kombat 1. No, not that one. The first Mortal Kombat game from 1992. Liu Kang has won the Mortal Kombat tournament, and Shang Tsung has ordered all his minions to attack the Earthrealmers, and the reason is because
Shang Tsung is a poor loser.
This intro is non-stop adrenaline-inducing action, and it's fucking awesome. It's also unironically the best part of the entire campaign. As the fight goes on, a masked guard helps out the heroes, and it turns out to be Kung Lao. Kung Lao disguised as a masked guard was later referenced in MK9. Still waiting for them to add this skin for Kung Lao. The Outworlders are starting to lose, until Goro shows up, and steamrolls the heroes. The villains escape.
Shang Tsung is destroying the island! Get out!
The heroes tried to escape, but Liu Kang and Kung Lao get caught in the debris. And here's where we transition into the gameplay.
It was nice jump down. Drama queen.
In the cinematic, the floor was breaking apart when the duo fell down, but in the gameplay cutscene, the hole is already there. So it just looks like Kung Lao voluntarily jumped into the hole. We start off the game by escaping Shang Tsung's island. This also serves as a tutorial for the game. On the way, you'll see Johnny Cage helping out, and you'll meet Reptile.
It is another of Shang Tsung's servants.
I do not serve Shang Tsung.
This is a weird line, but this line might be important later on in the video. Let me just put a pin in it first.
Pin in it. Boop, pin in.
Our final challenge is to defeat some masked guards, because
The guards ahead hold the key to the only portal on this island.
they hold a key to the portal.
I do not understand.
You defeat them and escape. Then you start flying through the ocean and mountains as the narrator talks about the Mortal Kombat tournament and Shao Kahn wanting to conquer Earthrealm.
Shao Kahn hungered for combat.
We eventually fly to the Wuxi Academy as Raiden gives out medals to the champions of Earthworld.
Enjoy the peace you will find walking these grounds.
That's right, we did it. We saved the world, baby. We won the game. Woo!
That's all.
Yeah!
So peace lasted about 12 seconds before they get ambushed by Tarkotans. This all happened in MK2. And later shown again in MK9. You fight back the Tarkotan threat.
What's up with that BDSM costume he was wearing? Did you see that?
What?
Look at it's like they're wearing like straps on their body.
Oh my.
Yeah, right? It's like BDSM art.
Oh my.
BDSM Tarkotans.
And while this is happening, Sonya gets captured, and Raiden fights Shang Tsung. The heroes successfully pushed back the Tarkotans. We then get a scene of Liu Kang and Kung Lao training in the forest, as Raiden approaches them with some news.
Listen to my words as you continue your exercises. Shang Tsung is not as defeated as we had hoped. I faced him while you fought the attacking
I
mutants.
can't quite hear you through all the grunting sounds. Raiden explains that in order to stop the attacks from Outworld, they must bring the fight to them. It's never explicitly stated, but the main reason Liu Kang and Kung Lao go on this adventure is to defeat Shang Tsung, not because of a tournament, nor to save Sonya Blade.
Strange.
Raiden tells Liu Kang and Kung Lao to head to the portal, then his eyes turn green, to indicate that he is Shang Tsung disguised as Raiden. We are off to the portal. What the fuck? Why are the Tarkatans still here? So, for the rest of the game, the Wuxi Academy stage will still be overrun with Tarkatans. I'm sure this is more of an oversight from the developers, but I personally would like to believe that they did a half-ass job taking out the Tarkatans, and they think it's good enough.
This is fine.
We get ready to enter the portal, and Raiden gives it a thunderhand massage to make it safe.
If I had let you enter before, you would have been pulled inside out.
This line indicates to me that Shang Tsung wanted the Shaolin brothers to quickly enter the portal so they can be killed, and the real Raiden just prevented that. We enter the portal. As we arrive to the portal,
I will try to hide my presence from Shang Tsung.
Pussy. The portal serves as a mini hub world for us to go to new areas. We wander around the area until we come across the only portal we can go through. We heading to the evil monastery as Princess Kitana gives us a warm welcome.
Come, mortals! Come face the princess of Outworld and die!
Come, mortals! Yeah.
Then Raiden shows up and explains that Kitana could be a good ally to fight against Shang Tsung.
She literally just told us to come fight her.
Yeah.
Raiden is like, she is pretty big boob baby. Make her your ally.
So we head up the monastery to meet her.
You're beautiful.
Okay.
And you are enemies of this realm, and therefore
Blah, 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 blah. Boing, 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 boing. Why does she look like a frog?
A frog?
We beat her up a bit, then she runs away. Raiden shows up to explain the situation.
She is under a holding spell. She is being controlled.
Kitana again? Really? Mind control again?
We chase after her.
Whoa. Go, go, go. Jump. Matrix, baby.
Yeah.
As we throw her into some kind of device, Jade and Mileena show up to free her. Then we get a boss fight with all three assassin ladies. Apparently, the device can break Kitana's mind control. Very convenient. We break Kitana's spell, defeat Mileena, and kill Jade. Kitana thanks you, but then gets mad at you when she finds out that you killed Jade.
you killed her! She was my best friend, and you killed her!
It was totally self-defense. You had to do that super cool fatality where you use Jade's staff to hit Mileena, and Mileena's size to kill Jade. Totally not intentional. Mileena then explains that she and Jade were tasked to capture Kitana, and that Shao Kahn gave them a spell to mind control Kitana. Whether Jade did this willingly, or if she planned to help Kitana afterwards, we will never know.
I do not blame you for this, Jade. I blame the man that...
Not
Blame
blame
you for this, Jade. Pants shop.
Where's Reptile?
Who?
Reptile. If Mileena is here, so is Reptile. They are inseparable.
This is another weird line, and I'm just going to put a pin in it. Mileena escapes, and Kitana goes after her. Then Raiden shows up, and he finally gives us the main quest in this story mode.
You can weaken him by winning victories against Shang Tsung's assassins. It means that your every battle here affects Shang Tsung's power directly.
We are tasked to defeat Shang Tsung's 5 assassins to weaken Shang Tsung. We then head back to the main hub world through a portal.
Where's Shang Tsung? I thought we were here to stop Shang Tsung.
Liu Kang, Kung Lao, you have been summoned.
To the sponsor of this video, War Thunder.
Beautiful.
There's more to this than we know.
War Thunder is one of the best vehicle combat games ever made, and is available now for free on PC, consoles, and mobile devices. Try out over 2,500 tanks, planes, helicopters, and ships of 10 major nations, ranging from biplanes and armored cars of the 1920s, to the fighter jets and main battle tanks of the modern ages. The details in War Thunder are extremely lifelike. Immerse yourself with the incredibly realistic vehicles and authentic sound effects. There's simply no game better suited for fans of the military history.
It's about time.
A key feature that I personally like is the damaged X-ray view, where when a vehicle is destroyed, you'll be able to see exactly where the shell penetrated, which components were affected, and what ultimately led to the vehicle's destruction. Kinda like an X-ray from Mortal Kombat.
I knew you were going to say that.
War Thunder also now has an all-new mobile version, available on iOS and Android, allowing you to take the battlefield on the go. The mobile version features intuitive controls, impressive graphics, and a massive multiplayer experience. How massive? How about a community with over 70 million players worldwide in epic PvP battles, with a stellar amount of content to check out? Play War Thunder for free on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, or mobile devices now by using my links in the pinned comment or video description. New and returning players on PC and consoles that haven't played in the last 6 months will also receive a massive bonus pack. This offer, however, is not available for mobile. The pack includes multiple premium vehicles, the exclusive vehicle decorator, Eagle of Valor, 100,000 silver lions, and 7 days of premium account. The bonus pack is only available for a limited time, so be sure to nab it before it's gone. Thank you again to War Thunder for sponsoring this video. And now, get back to your own timeline, you two! Multiverse shenanigans ain't happening until like 20 years from now.
Afterwards, we see Reptile at the portal. Probably like Katana said, he was nearby Molina. And so we go after him.
I put the new 4Gs on the G. I tap into the bloody bottoms is underneath.
We head into the living forest.
Do you see Reptile? No. You check over there.
Goodbye. You check over there. Okay, I'll check this way.
In order to reach Reptile, we must find the 3 hints from the living trees.
Reptile hides with the giant snakes. Giant snakes.
Reptile hides with the great snakes?
Giant snakes.
Reptile, you like that, eh?
Oh my goodness.
We reach Reptile.
Let's check it out. It's an epic moment here. Oh! Look at him slithering up there. Slithering. Watch out! Oh my gosh!
Oh, Reptile.
Reptile's big snake.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my, Reptile. I can take him.
I can take
Wood. Ow! We gotta beat Reptile's big juicy snake first.
We start the boss fight by fighting Reptile's big snake. I gotta control my snake jokes. And by fighting, I mean annoying platforming challenge.
Oh gosh, what are we doing? Can we beat him up? Nope. Okay, we can't even touch him. Oh gosh. I think I have to wait and then like hit that pillar. You got it! There's a pillar up there now. We gotta go up there without getting hit by him. This way? Oh crap. That is a combo. I want to wait for that actually. He's gonna come back. You gotta go right now. Oh!
Honey, please. I know my way around snakes.
It's not like he's got a hole there. Okay. Oh, you gotta
hit that. Damn it.
Oh, he jumped into it! Okay. I think a regular jump would have been fine.
What the heck?
I teleported back. Okay, I got Mel.
It's gonna come out of that hole.
Okay, it's up to you. Oh. I think one of the issues about this game is platforming is not like super easy. I should just regular jump there. I should just regular jump there. Go. Oh. Got it. Alright, nice. Pillar number 2. Go. Oh gosh. I don't think they were moving. Nice. Does he have a pattern? Okay, go.
Oh, damn it.
Don't tell me what to do. Oh, thing again. Crap. No, you can just keep going. I'll give someone back afterwards, I think. I guess that's not the case. Somehow.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, let's go. Let's come back. What? I was holding up? It literally was holding up. I got it!
Oh, no, you pushed me
I'm back. Oh, wait, actually. I'm still up here somehow.
It's not gonna work. The camera decided now I'm the first player.
Can I see it? Oh, you can just walk that way, I guess. I can barely see anything. I can't see.
You better not fall.
Oh gosh. Okay, we're back here.
Do a long jump.
Okay. That's fine, I got him. Oh, okay, it's fine, I'm still here.
Okay, nice.
Oh, dude, really fast, actually. Oh, you're hanging on a ledge, that's very smart. I don't see where I am. Oh no! Drop us down! This is really tough, what the heck?
No business being this.
I know! It's one thing if the fight is hard, this is like platforming hell. Oh! Come on. I swear, it's like, it's somehow tilted.
Stay on the wall.
What? I'm pressing right, not even like moving slightly. I'm gonna like hug the wall then. Okay, we're back. Alright.
When he's like closer here, I don't think it would matter. Oh.
Okay, I'm up, no problems. I guess it's true.
Now.
Okay, it's fine, come back. Okay, get it! Yes! Oh my gosh, hardest boss fight in gaming history right there.
We then face Reptile.
Oh, hello! Whee!
Nice.
Oh, okay! Kick, I grab. Alright, here we go.
Bully him.
Beat him up! Oh gosh, force ball! Beat him up!
Reptile uses many of his classic moves, such as the force ball, slide, and invisibility. We defeat Reptile, and I will not be showing this animal abuse on screen. Afterwards, Raiden shows up to congratulate them.
You killed Reptile. This is very good.
He is acting extremely sus, regardless. This is also the first time he brings up the soul tomb.
You are feeding the soul tombs.
We move on. While Kung Lao jumps down a waterfall, Raiden pops up to warn Liu Kang. I'm surprised Kung Lao didn't notice Raiden, with how loud his sound effects are. Raiden, who is 100% Shang Tsung here, stirs doubt in Liu Kang to not trust Kung Lao. Later, while Liu Kang is fighting some goo, Raiden pops up to stir doubt in Kung Lao. Seriously? Right in front of him. And Liu Kang didn't notice.
Something is wrong.
Then we head back to the portal, where Raiden gives us our next objective.
Their soul and essence are collected and trapped in a place known as the soul tomb.
Yes, we know, old man. You told this to us 3 times already.
The soul tombs. The soul tomb. The soul tomb.
Alright, I get it! And now we're off to destroy the soul tombs. We enter the soul tombs, not the one we're destroying. It's the location name, and something happens that completely breaks me here.
I don't think you have any idea why I laughed so hard there. Oh, that's kinda cool. Yeah, I don't think you have any idea why I laughed so hard just then. You see, that is known as the default pot destruction sound effect. I'll explain this to you another time, but my brain is so brain rotted from laughing at that sound effect.
How embarrassing.
We then arrive at the soul tombs, not the location but the device, and Shang Tsung is here. He turns younger, and proceeds to beat the shit out of us.
What?
What the heck? Let me help you out.
He then leaves.
You waste my time. Your souls aren't even worthy additions to my power.
Damn!
I don't know why I found you waste my time really funny. It's like a chef.
You waste my time.
You waste my time.
So now we can destroy the soul tombs. We did it. Yay. This should weaken Shang Tsung now. Man, he sure was careless about that. We then walk around the facility some more, and we see Baraka torturing an innocent Shaolin monk.
Ah!
What was the point of all that?
Are you okay?
What do you think? What do you think?
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
The Baraka boss fight is the best one in the entire game. We start the battle with a normal Baraka fight. Then on phase 2, Baraka sets some Shaolin monks on fire and tosses them onto the arena as stage hazards. You are able to put them out with your own projectiles. Then for phase 3, Baraka turns into Pinstripe Potteroo from Crash Bandicoot. And for the final phase, the soul swords are all powered up by the souls of the dead monks, and you can use them to finish off Baraka. The fatality is pretty great too. It's as if the souls that Baraka have tortured have come back to take revenge on him. Then Raiden shows up.
Hi.
We have done just as you suggested, Master Raiden.
I see.
Okay, bye.
Then we see two spirits fighting each other. These two seem to be Liu Kang and Kung Lao's ancestors. Perhaps this is an omen for the Shaolin brothers not to share their fate. They head back to the portal and see Kitana and Melina.
Where's she going?
Melina then heads to the wastelands to seek aid from Goro. Kitana then explains why Melina wants to capture and kill her.
She is my clone. As long as I am alive, it is as if she is not real. If I die, my soul and identity before the man that calls me daughter will become hers. Shao Kahn has spells that will allow her to claim my very existence.
We head to the wastelands, where we see new enemy types, the Black Dragon and Red Dragon. They're pissed that their boss got captured.
The Black Dragon mercenaries came to rescue their leader, Kano, but were swept up in Shang Tsung's manipulations.
And I guess we're the punching bag for their frustrations. We then get frozen in our tracks by Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero fights us because
I have learned to call everyone enemy.
He's the opposite of Thorfinn. We defeat Sub-Zero, and Kung Lao gives Sub-Zero his iconic scar. Before Kung Lao can kill him, Liu Kang stops him.
Did you do that?
Yes. Why did you do that?
Liu Kang remembers that Sub-Zero fought with them in the tournament, but Raiden told them that Scorpion killed Sub-Zero.
So who are you?
This is Sub-Zero's brother Kui Liang. He has taken the title of Sub-Zero, and now wishes to avenge his brother by killing Scorpion. As thanks for sparing his life, he joins our journey to defeat Goro. Something that I've neglected to talk about is that Liu Kang and Kung Lao aren't the only playable characters. If you beat the game, or enter a cheat code, you can play Sub-Zero, which makes sense, since he's a good guy here. The other character you can play is a Scorpion. From a fan service perspective, it makes sense, but from a lower perspective, this is not the anti-hero we all know and love. He is 100% pure villain here, so I find it funny that we can play as the bad guy and beat up the bad guys. Perhaps he treats everyone as an enemy too. Speak of the devil, we get ambushed by Scorpion, and Sub-Zero decides to go after Scorpion. In a funny way, if you choose to play Sub-Zero and get to this point, it would be like a what if scenario, where Sub-Zero didn't choose to pursue Scorpion and help us defeat Goro and save the world. Pretty cute. We then face Goro. During his second phase, Goro will grab a giant pillar and smack you with it. Goro pillar stance versus the collector wheel variation. We defeat Goro, and I got to say, for a boss that was demolishing people in the intro and was hyped up by Sub-Zero.
I know of Goro. They say he cannot be beaten in combat.
He was kinda easy. Easier than the assassin ladies, easier than Baraka, and easier than Reptile's big snake. Now let's finish off Goro.
Wow, Goro surprisingly was like the easiest boss out of everyone. Uh-oh. What? How dare you take our glory?
I know, what the heck?
Also, that was a lame fatality. Just stabbed him in the stomach. He hit him in the dick, and that was it.
Kill stealing. And it looks lame. You fell off, Johnny. Liu Kang then acts extremely sus.
You should have let me take down Goro. I am the Mortal Kombat champion.
What? What?
Then he tries to kill in front of Johnny. Of course he's going to report you. Fucking noob. The first time I saw this, I thought I just witnessed the biggest twist in video game history.
What? What? Huh? What? Huh? What?
When did the switch happen? Was I playing Shang Tsung the whole time? But no. Apparently it happened during the Goro fight.
So how long was Shang Tsung posing as Liu Kang?
I think it was when we were separated while fighting Goro.
I thought this game was gonna be like from the Wuxi Academy from now, like it was never Liu Kang or some shit like that. That would've been crazy, but no, it's just...
Johnny Cage saw that Shang Tsung had a shapeshifter role, and so he sneakily followed us to try and warn us. Johnny was worried that one of us could be the imposter, so he waited for the perfect moment to warn us. Then Raiden shows up and takes Johnny away for important matters. Considering the next time we see Johnny he's in prison, it's safe to assume fake Raiden here isolated and captured Johnny.
Before by 3, so
are you okay?
Then Raiden shows up and tells us Shang Tsung's final defense is in the Nether Realm, so we head to the nearby portal and end up in the dead pool? This feels like an area that was supposed to be bigger, but due to scheduling issues, only a tiny portion was used. My brother and I spent a little too long trying to toss bodies here, and now we finally progress to the Netherrealm. Then Raiden shows up, and Kung Lao asks how they can be in the Netherrealm.
I thought only evil or tainted souls can enter this realm.
What do you think has happened to your souls every time you have killed while on your quest? Your souls have become tainted.
This line might be important. I'm gonna pin it. They keep on moving and see a mysterious black ninja. Sub-Zero shows up and tells them not to pursue him because Noob Saibot is his brother. Fun fact, in versus mode, if both players pick Sub-Zero, player 2 will become Noob Saibot. And speaking of other old colors, if both players pick Reptile, player 2 will have human skin, which looks pretty cool, but he turns from a scaly into a human. So that's disgusting. Sub-Zero then drops another interesting lore bit.
He is possessed by one of the Elder Gods.
This game sure has a lot of interesting MK lore that they never use again in future games. Sub-Zero has given up avenging on Scorpion in order to save his brother.
If your brother is possessed, how can you help him?
I will find a way to free him.
That could take a long time.
As long as it takes.
How wholesome. I sure hope NRS will adapt this brotherly love we all want to see. They continue on, and immediately face Scorpion, with his no sound effect teleports. The Scorpion boss fight is pretty cool. It even has a semi-platforming section. Scorpion will sometimes say,
"Get over here, bitch! Get the fuck over here!"
That is super fucking funny. You defeat him, and move on to the next fight. Oh yeah. This is hell.
Well, this is another realm, so he can't die in here.
You defeat him a second time, and this time, the souls of Netherrealm help drag him to hell. Then Raiden shows up to congratulate us and tells us to go to the Foundry to defeat Shang Tsung. He stops Liu Kang to say that he finds Kung Lao to be sus, and like the loyal dog Liu Kang is, Liu Kang seems to trust fake Raiden. We head into the Foundry. Liu Kang and Kung Lao split up for like a minute, so we can have this cutscene. Then Kung Lao gets ambushed by Jax. Jax was sent here to save Sonya. Oh yeah. Sonya. I have completely forgotten about this character. Whoops. But then, Jax drops probably the biggest plot twist into this entire story. Raiden has been with him the whole time.
And Raiden has been with you the entire time?
Pretty much.
At first, I thought we would have to decipher when it's been the real Raiden or the fake Raiden. But thanks to this one scene, we now know it's been Shang Tsung all along. Jax leaves, then Liu Kang comes back, not knowing what just happened, and Kung Lao doesn't tell him. Because they are in some sort of high rank among us lobby or some shit. We go through a couple of obstacles, and then we're off to the final area. Kung Lao finally gains some IQ, and calls out Raiden.
I am concerned about Raiden, Liu Kang. I am not certain we can trust him.
Raiden was right. This is not Kung Lao. This is Shang Tsung.
I'll not be fooled again, Shang Tsung. What?
A replay for one kick 3 times.
The real Raiden shows up to stop us. He quickly explains that we've been duped. But before he can finish, Shao Kahn zaps him. Then he tells us to come to the Coliseum to face our final challenge. But before we do that, there are some other secrets we can uncover. If we go back to the Wuxi Academy, which is still overrun by Tarkatans,
This is fine.
you can actually find the warrior shrine there, which is referencing the original one. However, there's something off here. This weird guy wasn't in the original. If you interact with this out of place statue 3 times, you get the secret Ermac boss fight. Pretty cool. If you go to the Living Forest, you can find a secret passage that leads to the top of the Living Forest. It looks quite cool. NRS, please add this as a stage. And here you get a secret Melina boss fight. This goes back to what Kitana said.
Where's Reptile?
Who?
Reptile. If Melina is here, so is Reptile.
If the Living Forest was where Reptile resides, then it makes sense for Melina to be here.
They are inseparable.
What's funny about this boss fight is that Melina isn't the hard part. It's the 2 masked guards that are hard. Beat them up first, then you can bully Melina.
Okay, both are dead. Okay, bully Melina. You thought you were tough shit, huh? Now without any of your guards, huh? What you gonna do, huh? What you gonna do, huh? Fight back, huh? Fight back.
You defeat her, and let me just play this whole sequence.
Oh, hi. Kill stealing again? Come on, guys. What is this dancing going on here? Dang. Both of us look at each other like...
This is probably why she ends up in prison. That's not all in the living forest. You can actually find Smoke here. He will give you quests to complete. The final one has you fight a mob of enemies in the pit. If you complete all the quests, you unlock MK2. Like, the entire game. Pretty neat. If you head to the wastelands, you can actually find and rescue Cabal.
But know that I too am opposed to Shang Tsung and everything that is wrong in this place. Know that the enemy of your enemy is your friend.
Great. So then why the f are your teammates trying to kill us then? And finally, if you interact with Katana in the prison 3 times, a secret door will open, and here, you will find Sonya and Connor. Saving Sonya was a secret to find in the game.
No one is a champion alone. If one of us is in chains, none of us are free.
I'm sorry, I'm allergic to bullshit.
Sonya gets beat up, captured, and saving her is completely optional in this game. Sonya really got shafted in this game. Though, that's not really saying much in the story mode of Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. Jax releases both Sonya and Connor.
Damn, Sonya, have some dignity. Jax is here.
Then Kano wants to fight, but we're on the same side. We both wanna defeat Shang Tsung, and so we have a 4 against 1 with Kano. Never mind, 3 against 1. I forgot how much this game hates Sonya. We defeat Kano.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks. Although I nearly had everything under control.
Oh, shut up, Sonya.
And finally, we face our final challenge in the Coliseum.
Where is our master Raiden?
Liu Kang, my dude. He was blasted to the opposite side. Where the f do you think he is? Then Raiden shows up, and he starts beating them up.
He is possessed. Shao Kahn is controlling him. Whatever hold Shao Kahn has on you, master, fight it.
I'm about to gouge your fucking eyes out for how dumb you are, Liu Kang. Kung Lao has a normal brain, and kicks Raiden, who turns out to be Shang Tsung. We face him. If you never save Sonya, she and Kano will pop up in the background, as a reference to MK2. But if you did save her, Jax will give you some health to help out. Shang Tsung has the ability to turn into past fighters we face. It's pretty cool, but he goes down pretty easy. So much for building up this guy for like 90% of this entire game. Dude wasn't even stronger than Reptile's big snakes. If you do a fatality with Liu Kang, he gets to avenge himself from Deadly Alliance by doing the same fatality onto Shang Tsung. If you do a fatality with Kung Lao, it's foreshadowing for what's to come for the poor Shoalin. It's here that Shao Kahn reveals what Shang Tsung did.
Shang Tsung impersonated your master Raiden and led you on a quest for power. The more you killed, the more powerful he became.
What a twist. We've been powering up Shang Tsung the whole time. But like, this isn't a twist. Raiden already tried to tell this to us before we fought Shang Tsung.
Shang Tsung has deluded you. He has been tricking you into feeding him soul after soul. You have been empowering him.
And more importantly, after defeating Reptile, Kung Lao says this.
So Shang Tsung gets stronger every time we enter combat, and even more powerful every time we win? How do we fight that? Do we stop fighting? Stop killing? What?
Not even halfway through the game, and Kung Lao already predicted the twist. Was this a mistake from the writers? Was Kung Lao not supposed to solve the mystery this quick?
What was that all about?
Anyways, the crowd shout Quintero, and that's who we fight next. We beat him, and he gets the most brutal fatality in the game. Like, damn. Goro did not have it this bad. They then get ready to fight Shao Kahn.
Our friends! Where are our friends?
You can earn their freedom. Defeat me and they will be freed.
We have saved our friend!
What the fuck? And now we fight Shao Kahn. The best part of this fight is the new item on the stage.
Why is there this? What is this, like Gintaro's head or something?
Oh my god. Oh yeah.
Wait, actually, I think that is Gintaro's head. Magic. His head is back.
Raiden cannot help you.
Yeah, Kintaro's head's pretty good. Bomb. Bomb.
Kintaro gives good head. We get into phase 2, and Shao Kahn turns into one of the most bullshit bosses in video game history.
Gotta be careful, I think this guy could smack us and just kill us. Oh gosh, oh gosh. Oh, stop! Stop! What the frick? That was one thing! What? He just...
Oh no.
He did a 360 and we just died. It feels like, you know, it's like you definitely die no matter what you do kind of cutscenes.
Oh, and if you lose any part in this Coliseum fight.
Where do we start if we reload? Because if we reload and we get Shao, then that's good. Oh, you get every... Oh, okay.
You start all the way to the beginning. You need to beat Shang Tsung, Kintaro, and Shao Kahn, all with 1 health bar. So me and my brother caved, and we decided to use the power of the ancestors, and just start from Shao Kahn's second phase. But even then, it was still a challenge.
That's the one that killed me, basically. Okay, 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 stop! Oh, when he does that, he gets tired, see that? I'll distract him. Oh, that... No. Yeah, that's the stupid ass move. Oh, he's doing the thing. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. I'm out. Actually, I think it's just that one that does like a buttload of damage. Unironically, this upgrade for the fireball was pretty good. Oh, run! No, he's gonna still on you. Okay, good. Oh, nope. I'm gonna run. He's doing the thing. No. Oh, come on. This is a true Souls-like right now. A Dark Souls boss, basically. Who thought it was a good idea to design one move that just kills you, actually? Like,
this is so stupid.
And to be fair, we're actually making this fight easier because we're doing, you know, the ancestor ability here. Killing smart. I think he's gonna do it now. He's going for you.
Hey.
Okay, nice.
He's gonna do it.
I think he's gonna do it, yep. Okay, nope. He's doing it. I'm gonna. Okay, that's not too bad. Bonk. Thank you, Kintaro's head. Okay, you might do it now, yeah.
Oh no.
You run! No! Whoop. He's gonna do it now, I think. Okay, one more time. Okay, he's doing it now. He's doing it now. He's doing it now. Pro, yes. Wait, just. No! I thought he was 1 HP. Wait, he died. Yeah, oh my gosh, truly a Souls boss. Literally.
Okay, just reload it.
Okay.
We're gonna get him this time.
Oh yeah, we got him. Easy peasy. Oh,
here he goes.
I live, bitch. And that one. Yeah, that was on us. One more. He's gonna spin. Yeah, he can spin anytime now, whenever he wants to. There we go. It's 5 or 8 times I've counted.
Yeah, we're gonna do it this time. I feel it.
I feel it in my bones.
You gonna do it?
No, not yet. He can do one more. Okay, he's gonna do it now.
Oh, nice.
I'm counting this. Okay, good thing it's good for you. A grab. Okay, he does this stupid thing for a very long time. Hey, Shao, catch.
No.
Yeah, as long as you're not in the corner, we're fine. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Again?
I didn't see you keep grabbing me though.
I am Shao Kahn.
We know.
Boop. Oh, I'm not hitting that. Okay. Already? What the frick? Oh no! What? That was like 2 times. He's spamming. That's BS. Okay, and the next one is gonna do it now. Do it. Do your thing, pussy. There we go. Oh. this is not going too well right now.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Remember, we should just spam. Can't play unsafe. We gotta play safe.
Yeah.
It's like all about the projectiles now. Ironically, this is the exact same thing I did when fighting against Shao Kahn in MK9. He's gonna do a spin.
Sometimes it doesn't work.
Ooh, okay, I noticed something. I noticed something. Don't stand in front of him. You stand in front of him, he just grabs you. Yeah, I do it on the back. That's why I'm always like, I don't get around. I'm doing it already.
Hey, go. Into that.
So that was a fucking lie.
What? And he grabs you again. Well, he's on to you. He has a vendetta against you, honestly. But the thing. Do it. There you go.
Watch out.
Oh crap. Okay, good. I'm out! Okay, we're alive. Ah, no, I thought we were alive. We got this. We got this. We got this. Wait, who are you gonna do? Are you going for me? Okay.
Awesome.
Bam, bam. Oh, okay. Yeah, one of us used an attack. Yeah, that's better. While he's doing this, grab that head. I think is pretty good. That head is unironically not bad. There we go. Do the long jump! What the frick? Yeah! I don't have any mana. Kentaro's head, we need you. Thank you.
You gonna do it. You gonna do it.
No! Oh my gosh, that was like the worst combo. It's like right straight into the wall. This attack isn't strong, it's just annoying because he just like. Okay, you didn't do it, don't worry. One of us attacked.
I am Shao Kahn.
Yes, we know.
Hit him.
Stupid.
Oh shit. I cannot believe he just did that right there. He's debating who he wants to go for. He's going for me.
You gonna do it?
I just realized something, by the way. I have just realized something pretty big. What? I just realized something big. So you want to know why you can't constantly do this? It's you have a meter.
Yeah.
I just found out about that. That's pretty messed up that exists. So let's make sure our meter is good that we can use that move. Oh gosh! Oh, he's going for you, thank goodness. Hey! Bonk! I think he's going for me now. Oh, don't shoot it. Yeah, okay, that's okay. That wasn't a lot of damage. I uppercut him once. Come on now.
Oh, come on.
He might do it instantly because he grabbed me. That's usually what he does. He likes to. Yep.
Yeah.
Ow. Yeah. Okay. Oh, nice. He's looking at you.
Stop looking at me.
He finds you interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Do it. Do the thing. He's going for you. He's going for you. Okay, okay, careful.
No.
Nice. Okay, wait. Okay, now is the time.
Period.
You are nothing. Pre-render cutscene. Oh, hi, Raiden. Hi. Where the frick were you? The frick were you?
We finally defeat Shao Kahn, and my friends who have been watching the whole time finally decide to help out, and we give him the finishing blow. The crowd celebrate, which is very funny, considering that your ruler just died. Though, he did say this.
My people have spoken, and a king must. Only once every millennium or so. Listen to the will of his people.
So I guess it's a good thing he's gone, and peace returns once more to the realms. But what's this? Quan Chi? Oh no. What's going to happen?
Shut the fuck up. No one cares about content. Know your fucking place, trash.
And that is the end of Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. But it's only the beginning of the real video. Did you think I was just going to summarize the story, do a funny edit, and show sexy Reptile and be done with it? Nah. I have neglected a lot of details to make this summary more digestible, but those details completely change how you look at the game. So strap onto your snakes, and let's deep dive into this bloated mess. Let's start with a simple question. What was Shang Tsung's plan? Thanks to Shao Kahn's explanation, we have a clear-cut answer. Shang Tsung impersonated Raiden and tricked the Shaolin brothers into killing opponents, which empowered Shang Tsung, presumably from sucking their souls, and he was going to use this power against Shao Kahn and become the new ruler. Now with this context in mind, let's look at every scene where fake Raiden speaks, in order to completely butcher Shang Tsung's motives. The first time Shang Tsung turns into Raiden, he tells the Shaolin brothers to go to Outworld to stop Shang Tsung. Then at the portal, Raiden uses magic to prevent the portal from killing the duo.
If I had let you enter before, you would have been pulled inside out.
Okay, right off the bat, we already have a contradiction. If this is the real Raiden, then why did Shang Tsung just try to kill Liu Kang and Kung Lao? If his motive was to get the Shaolin brothers to kill, then they kinda can't do that if they're fucking dead. But if this is fake Raiden, then what's the point of this scene? Are you just trying to spook the Shaolin brothers to trust you? I believe this is the real Raiden, because he later explains why he's gone for the whole game.
Your magics are too limited in Outworld.
That is correct, Kung Lao. I will try to hide my presence from Shang Tsung.
Also, Raiden, everything bad that happens is kind of your fault, because you didn't have better communications with your pupils. Shang Tsung's imposter plan hinges on Raiden not checking up on his students. How did Raiden even know that Liu Kang and Kung Lao were going to Outworld, if it was fake Raiden that told them to go?
I had not considered that possibility.
The next objective Shang Tsung gives is to recruit Kitana. Now, Kitana really doesn't help the heroes much.
Where am I? How did I get here?
However, by getting the Shaolin brothers to follow and save Kitana, leads them to fight the assassin ladies, and even Goro later on. So this unintentionally benefits Shang Tsung. After you kill Jade, fake Raiden gives some crucial info.
You can weaken him by winning victories against Shang Tsung's assassins.
There are two major things I want to talk about here. 1. There are 5 specific characters that Shang Tsung wants us to kill. Jade, Reptile, Baraka, Goro, and Scorpion. The 5 Shang Tsung assassins. Except, I'm pretty sure these aren't Shang Tsung's assassins. Reptile literally says this.
I do not serve Shang Tsung.
Let me break down each of these characters, and you'll see how innocent they kind of are. Jade and Melina were on a mission tasked by Shao Kahn. Before we butt into their business, Reptile was literally chilling in his lair as we barge in and kill him and his big snake, Baraka. Okay, Baraka isn't that innocent. He was torturing Shaolin monks, and he also led the attack at the Wuxi, so he's the closest to being a Shang Tsung assassin. Goro was also just chilling in his house when we barged in to kill him, and Scorpion isn't even an Outworlder, he's from the Netherrealm, and considering that Quan Chi exists in this universe, it's safe to assume that's his boss. So with all this in mind, from their perspective, the Shaolin brothers invaded Outworld and started killing random people because their master told them to do so, and Raiden also turns out to be their ally Shang Tsung, who wants them dead just to empower himself. I actually feel kind of bad for these 5. Except for Baraka, he deserves all the pain and suffering, too. After you kill Jade, a chat box will appear that says, "You have obtained a tournament victory." Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to mention that itty bitty detail. This whole journey Liu Kang and Kung Lao go through in Outworld was a Mortal Kombat tournament.
What?
This pisses me off so much, because now I have to rank this shitty tournament among the other ones. But more importantly, how? When did it start? What are the rules? The Mortal Kombat tournament only happens every 50 years. When did they come to an agreement about the MK2 tournament? How did the Elder Gods allow this?
I do not understand.
These are all pointless questions, except for one of them. What matters to me, however, is this changes Shang Tsung's plan a bit. While Shang Tsung wants us to kill to power himself up, killing each of the 5 opponents will have the same tournament victory message pop up, and the door to the final area is locked until all the tournament opponents are defeated. So did we have to kill them regardless of Shang Tsung's demands? There's also the line about the Shaolin brothers competing with each other.
We will be in competition with each other then.
Which just ends up having both of them win.
So who won? Liu Kang or Kung Lao?
Kung Lao.
Liu Kang.
Just kiss already.
Bro.
There's also a line in the trailer where Raiden says this isn't a tournament.
But this time, there will be no tournament.
But it is? I don't know. I don't get this. This fucking plot is making me—
Where's my marbles?
Are you okay?
Anyways, after you defeat Reptile, fake Raiden then starts spouting about the soul tombs. Now thanks to the final Coliseum fight, Shang Tsung basically confirms that destroying the soul tombs did nothing.
We destroyed your soul tombs. You should not be this strong.
Is that what your master Raiden told you to do?
So at first, I thought the soul tombs actually just did nothing. But the cutscene where we see it, Shang Tsung does some sort of ritual to become young again. So maybe after Shang Tsung was done using it, the soul tombs was just an empty husk at that point, and we were just house cleaning. While destroying the soul tombs was pointless, it did lead us to fight Baraka. So either Shang Tsung is a misdirecting genius, or he was unintentionally lucky. Probably the latter. Also, Shang Tsung beats the shit out of the Shaolin brothers, but he lets them live. Which probably means he is trying to make them stronger, to face the challenges ahead. Which would make sense with fake Raiden giving the Shaolin brothers guidance and literal tutorials. But then why did Shang Tsung rush the Shaolin brothers to go to Outworld so they can get killed by the portal?
Something is wrong.
Next up, we see Goro defeated, and Liu Kang, who is Shang Tsung here, gets angry.
You should have let me take down Goro. I am the Mortal Kombat champion.
What?
What?
Huh?
Since when did you need to be the one who needs to get the kill? You were happy when they killed Reptile.
You killed Reptile. This is very good.
So why are you mad here? This is the only instance where Shang Tsung gets mad when his kill is stolen. What the fuck is going on with the story?
I do not know.
Then he attacks Kung Lao. Great. Now they know to start being suspicious about each other because you just revealed your transformation abilities.
Shang Tsung is a poor loser.
Also, why did you just try to kill him? You went from wanting to kill, to not wanting to kill, to wanting to kill again? Make up your fucking mind. Lastly, is Scorpion. Now here's the part where I have to give props to Shang Tsung.
How is it that we can enter and survive in the nether realm? I thought only evil or tainted souls can enter this realm.
What do you think has happened to your souls every time you have killed while on your quest?
Getting the Shaolin brothers to go on this journey, so they can become serial killers, and taint their souls, which allows them to enter the nether realm, to fight Scorpion, is kind of genius on Shang Tsung's part. Good job.
Well done.
That's one smart thing versus how many dumb ones?
I have lost count.
After Scorpion's defeat, Shang Tsung is done. He tricks Liu Kang one last time and throws us onto Kung Lao, and it works. Now all Shang Tsung needs to do is sit back and reap his reward, which unfortunately is getting killed. Now this is where I would end the analysis, but there's one more key player I've been neglecting to talk about. Someone who schemed even harder than Shang Tsung.
Not Shang Tsung?
The Elder Gods.
I thought we were here to stop Shang Tsung.
It wasn't very clear what the Elder Gods were planning.
There is more here than just Shang Tsung's attempt to invade Earthrealm. The gods are involved.
Early on, Raiden, who is Shang Tsung here, claims that Shang Tsung defies the Elder Gods.
I believe he now defies the Elder Gods themselves.
Then later, claims that Shang Tsung is influencing the Elder Gods.
I have discovered that Shang Tsung has somehow used the Elder Gods' magic boundaries to make Outworld vulnerable.
Since we know this is Shang Tsung talking, I'm pretty sure he has no idea what's going on, and he's talking out of his ass. I believe Shang Tsung somehow found out that the Elder Gods are doing jack shit, and so he commences his grand plan. But by the end of the game, the Elder Gods were the ones who got the last laugh.
This was the plan of the Elder Gods, Kung Lao. This was the reason you were allowed to follow the enemy's plots.
The ultimate twist of the entire campaign is that the Elder Gods disabled their own rules. This meant that the Tarkatans could massacre the Shaolin monks and get away with it, and it also meant that Liu Kang and Kung Lao could massacre a bunch of Outworlders and get away with it. Shang Tsung thought he had the upper hand by cheating against the Elder Gods, but it turns out the Elder Gods allowed Shang Tsung to scheme, because they knew that Liu Kang and Kung Lao could win, if there are also no rules against them too. I honestly kind of like this plot twist. I kind of like how this explains some of the bullshit stuff Shang Tsung is allowed to get away with. Is this twist enough to save the story mode? No. Even though I do kind of like this twist, it also adds more issues to the plot. The motive for why the Elder Gods did this is because...
Did I really free my ancestors?
This was the plan of the Elder Gods, Kung Lao.
But the Elder Gods are neutral alliance. They don't pick sides. Freeing the Shaolin brothers and sisters seems pretty skewed towards Earthrealm. How does the Mortal Kombat tournament come into play? Was the tournament the excuse for why massive amounts of Shaolin monks and outrollers can be killed without the Elder Gods punishing the invaders? The Elder Gods' genius plan the whole time was to sit around and do nothing. Don't punish the villains and hope the heroes win.
How can we defeat you?
The Elder Gods will help you.
And finally, I could be completely wrong about everything I just said in the last 10 minutes. While yes, everything I said was based off of things the game told me, the story also loves to contradict itself and sometimes just spout random shit.
Thank you. Don't touch me! Where am I? How did I get here? I do not blame you for this, Jade.
So let's talk about some points that I have written that don't fit anywhere. Shao Kahn said,
"The more you killed, the more powerful he became."
So perhaps we didn't have to specifically kill the 5 Shang Tsung assassins. Maybe Shang Tsung just wanted a bunch of random souls, and killing the bosses just coincidentally counted as a tournament victory. This would explain why he was mad when Johnny stole the kill with Goro, but he was still satisfied after Scorpion's defeat, cause he already got enough souls. Maybe Shao Kahn had no idea what Shang Tsung was planning. Shang Tsung may have had a completely different motive, but since we only hear it through Shao Kahn, we determined that has to be his motive. For all we know, Shang Tsung may have been gathering souls for a secret tea party. Here's a pretty far-fetched theory. Maybe Shang Tsung semi-infused with Raiden's soul. This might have happened when Shang Tsung and Raiden fought at the Wuxi, and it would help explain why Shang Tsung could sometimes pretend to be Raiden very well, and then sometimes completely fumble. Maybe Raiden's soul was trying to escape during those times. At the end, when Kung Lao hits fake Raiden, Shang Tsung says this:
"To be myself again."
That kick may have hit out Raiden's soul and returned Shang Tsung to his original self. Again, there's like a dozen counter arguments that break this theory, but it's a cute theory nonetheless. And lastly, maybe the Elder Gods were just as pathetic as they always are in other MK series, and actually, literally, did nothing. And the whole plan that Raiden said,
"This was the plan of the Elder Gods, Kung Lao,"
was just Raiden talking out of his ass and sucking the Elder Gods' cock. And there we go. I have thrown most of my crazy theories at the whiteboard, and I don't know. I still don't know. Everything is wrong, everything is right, everything is a mess, and everything is clear-cut. No. Nothing is clear-cut. I've been analyzing the story for so long, and I still get confused. This is one of those rare moments where I wish the story was dumbed down and more simple. Just have it so Sonya was captured, and our heroes go on a journey to save her. They fight some iconic bosses, and face Shao Kahn at the end. But no. Instead, the story is, Shang Tsung pretends to be Raiden to trick the Shaolin brothers to go to Outworld to kill Shang Tsung.
Of course I will go to Outworld.
Fake Raiden most of the time helps the Shaolin brothers become stronger.
That is correct.
But also tries to kill them sometimes.
What?
But then also doesn't.
There is more to this than we know.
Fake Raiden wants us to kill the 5 Shang Tsung assassins to weaken Shang Tsung.
I see.
But it turns out this empowers him.
What?
But it also doesn't matter.
Strange.
Because we have to kill them to progress the game anyways.
I love doing something for nothing.
There's a whole side plot with Kitana.
Kitana?
That leads to nowhere.
Where am I? How did I get here?
Reptile's big snake.
Get out!
The Shaolin brothers destroy the Soul Tube.
This is very good.
That didn't fucking matter.
You waste my time.
They kill the 5 assassins. Kill Shang Tsung. Kill Kintaro. Kill Shao Kahn. And everyone lived happily ever after with the Quan Chi Ts. And this whole thing was a Mortal Kombat tournament. And the Elder Gods were involved somehow.
This is awful.
Oh yeah, this is...
My name is Sean Hemrick. I'm the producer for Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. Because a lot of the fans, they want to know more about the story, we couldn't just start throwing things in there that didn't make sense.
So, why do the Tarkatans wear BDSM armor?
I do not understand.
Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks is a game many people have wanted a remake/remaster of, and I personally think a remake would help the campaign a ton. Liu Kang was too much of a stupid idiot.
You know, Raiden should not be able to do that. What? I thought he could not use magic in this world.
Oh, finally. Okay, getting a little bit smart here. Okay.
And Kung Lao is such an asshole.
They took Sonya and killed I don't know how many monks.
Should my family feel honored now?
Angsty.
There's a lot of wasted potential here, but as it stands, it's such a mess. Though I wouldn't say it's the messiest MK story we have. That crown still belongs to Annihilation. I think what's important to keep in mind is that this was a gameplay and reference first, and story second kind of game. They tried their best to shove as much MK2 stages and references into the game as possible.
One of the jokes we have is if it was in MK2, it's in this game in some way. All the backgrounds, all the characters, a lot of the secrets, even some of the bugs we pulled into the game and used in another way.
They made the stages, enemies, and characters first, and then tried to tell a story around there. Sort of like how MK9 did it. The way I see this game is similar to how I feel about another. Breath of the Wild story is about navigating through a world where you have lost. Navigating through a world you failed to save. It's about picking yourself up after you've lost everything. It's about honoring your allies that died, and how moving forward keeps their legacy alive. Anyways, Age of Calamity released and was like, fuck that. Let's go back to the past and change everything. We save the champions from dying. Zelda successfully awakens her powers. The Yiga clan join us. We save the king from dying. And we defeat Calamity Ganon. And everyone lived happily ever after. And there's time travel. And the Great Fair is we're there to help. And Hestu. And Monk Mazkoshi.
Alright, I get it!
From a lore perspective, this game pisses me off. People wanted to see the tragedy that happened 100 years ago, and even the marketing made it seem like this was going to be a canon prequel.
I think you are now ready to hear what happened 100 years ago.
But no, this is an alternate universe. It's a fanfiction. It's a story for fucking babies, and it sucks. However, the fan service part of me loves this game. I love getting to play as the champions. I love getting to play as wacky characters. And though I don't like time traveling shenanigans, I love playing as the new champions. If you gave me a choice between a better story but less wacky characters due to the story's inconsistencies, or a Super Smash Bros. Zelda roster with a fanfiction story, I don't know which one I'd pick. And that's pretty much how I feel with Mortal Kombat Shaolin monks. I loved going through the MK2 stages. I loved finding the secrets. I loved checking out all the fatalities. I love the anticipation of fighting the next iconic MK boss. And all these enjoyments are not ruined for me because of the shitty story. Overall, I had a blast with this game, and would recommend this hidden gem to anyone who hasn't played it yet. Play it co-op too. I want a remake/remaster. I want a sequel. And most importantly, I want Reptile's big snake. Get out!
Hey guys, what is up? SonicHaXD here, and thank you all so much for watching this video. And thanks again to War Thunder for sponsoring this video. Make sure to check out War Thunder free on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and on mobile. And use my links in the pinned comment or video description to register. Those of you who are new or haven't played for 6 months will also receive a massive bonus pack across PC and console, including multiple premium vehicles, in-game currency, and more. So this was supposed to be a small side project that I was gonna work on while also working on the bigger stuff related to Mortal Kombat 1. And this itty bitty tiny video turned into a 1-hour video analysis. I underestimated Shaolin monks heavily. But in all honesty, I'm very happy that I got to finally experience this game. I've always wanted to try it out. I've always wanted to understand why so many people keep saying that this is like the hidden gem of the MK franchise, and people wish that they go back to this, and I get it now. This is also a great excuse for me to play co-op with my brother, which was an awesome experience. And yeah, thanks for watching this little side content that I wasn't expecting to put this much effort into. And just FYI, I'm gonna be working on the Mortal Kombat 1 Sucks videos from now till next year. So don't expect it to be very active in the next couple months because I need to write down those scripts for your entertainment. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully next week you'll also be able to see the full gameplay footage of me and my brother losing my mind on many sections in the game. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye!
We came into his home and we just destroyed everything. We're very nice guests.
Very white of us.
Did you say we're very white of us?